If you're waking between 2 and 4, it means that your body is trying to process something. In kinesiology, which is what I do, we reference the Chinese 5-elemental flow, and every single meridian is actually on a 24-hour cycle. So that means that only at one time there is one meridian that is most active, and then the meridian that's on the opposite side of that 24-hour clock is least active. But between the hours of 2 and 4 in the morning, the liver meridian is most active. And the liver here is in the wood element. So wood is the emotions, or liver particularly, is the emotions of anger, rage, wrath, distress, vengefulness, resentment, self-righteous indignation, transformation, responsibility, unhappiness, happiness, irritability, hostility, contentment, blamed, and bitter. So are you processing and holding on to those types of emotions in any area of your life? It could also relate to any other form of toxic emotion or literal toxicities also in your body. Because that time, like when we're sleeping, that's when our body is actually going through our healing process. And the liver functioning to process toxins in the body is part of that healing process. But after 4 o'clock, when it switches over to lungs, that's when all the toxins are actually released into your body out from the liver. So when all those toxins are floating around in your body needs support in releasing those. So sometimes that means that's why we wake up, we get hot, otherwise we get thirsty. So you need to drink because the body's asking you to flush out the toxins, or we need to go to the toilet. And that's another way of releasing all those emotions and toxins that your body and your liver particularly has been processing between those times. So now we're going to do a kinesiology balance just to help support your body. And the balance that's come up is personal ecology 12B, electrical, emotional, personal ecology. And this is called a gentle cleanse. And it just means also, if you are here for a full balance, like I'd have to pause at this moment because your body's been telling us that to do anything more for you right now means that it's just too much and your body would be overwhelmed. And so this is a lovely gentle balance that we're going to do. We're going to identify 2 meridian points, one which has excess energy to share with a weaker one. And then I'll also read for you what that weaker one means for you. Because like the body is like a tarot card, it's always communicating with you. Every single meridian has a function, every single point has a name of its own and a responsibility. So bear with me for 1 second. So the first meridian point that has energy to share is the central meridian. So the central meridian runs up from the groin at the center line and finishes on our chin. And this is the point that you're going to be holding now. So use your left hand, please, to hold that point with 2 fingers, because it's going to be providing energy to the heart 9 meridian point on your right hand, probably the opposite to you. So I'm using my right hand, and the heart meridian ends on the inside of your pinky finger next to the nail. So it's easy to hold now with your thumb. So this meridian here is going to give energy to this meridian. As I mentioned earlier, this meridian has a name and this point, and it's called the little thoroughfare. So when this point's out of balance, I'll read to you those things that are in disharmony. It doesn't mean all these things, it could be just one thing. So we've got loss of vision. So that's about vision about your future and your purpose and direction, indecision, hopelessness, hidden fears, and nightmares. And remember, this is about what are you processing at night? Why are you waking between 2 and 4 in the morning? So doing a balancing technique to support that. And now I'll read all the good things about this point. So while you're stimulating, I'm using my thumb to stimulate that and this point at the same time. So this energy release point is the connection to passion and vision. It brings the energy of benevolence and empowers the integration of decision-making and planning with the love forces of the heart. Unblocking and activating this energy release point inspires hope. It develops the ability to trust in the most benevolent outcome and strengthens the intuition. The connection to inner knowing is enhanced, and actions that are in alignment with the directives of the heart become the natural response to living. So very much about coming out of the head, all that thinking, overthinking, and dropping into the heart space, into harmony, helping to breathe slowly, Like we can practice our box breathing as a way of regulating your nervous system, allowing you to drop into that heart space, or otherwise that other pattern where we breathe in for 4 and then as you breathe out for 6 and sigh or hum or say an on that out breath, so that you're creating a resonance and a vibration through here where your vagus nerve sits to help calm and regulate your nervous system. And imagine even with the breath out that you can release any emotional toxins and all those things that you've been worrying about, so that they can come out through the lungs before going to bed. So hopefully that you'll get a better sleep through the night. If you'd like support finding out specifically what it is that your body needs, book an appointment with me. You can have a look at my diary at www.empoweringhealth.clinic. I work with clients in person, online and remotely as well. But if you've got any questions, feel free to send me a note. I'm wishing you an amazing week ahead, and I look forward to working with you soon.